Hey guys, it's me, Ethan, back after several months. Not like a break or anything, just wasn't posting videos. I don't know why, I'm sorry, but I'm going to try to post weekly now. So this will be my first video in a lot of months, if that even makes sense. So today we're going to be doing a fountain pen review, and that's my cat. Give me a minute here. No, Bob. No, Bob. Never mind. That's my cat, sorry guys. Today we'll be doing a fountain pen review, and I've done several in the past, but all of my other ones, including my Twisby Eco, which I enjoyed very much, I lost. Well, the Pilot Metropolitan fell on the nib and I broke it, but all the other ones, so the Jinhao 159, the Twisby Eco, there's probably one more, but I can't remember it. I've all lost them, and it's just the case of them slipping out of my pocket. So now I keep it in its case, well, the fountain pen that I have now, which is the only fountain pen, coincidentally, that I have now, consequently, sorry. I keep it in its case, which it comes with the case, which I'll get to later. But for the pen today, the pen is the Moonman M2, as you can see there. And the Moonman M2 for me is a great pen, I think. Great pen for the price. It's about 20 bucks on Amazon right now to get a fine nib. I think it's about the same price to get the extra fine, which we'll get to the nib sizes later. But the pen is an eyedropper pen, obviously, and I don't have any silicone grease on the threads, but there is a hidden O-ring at the back of the threads when you unscrew the barrel of the pen. And that's a really clever way of getting behind that bad look, you know, when you eyedropper pens that are able to be eyedropped, but they're not designed to be eyedropped. You have usually a black O-ring sticking out. They have a clear O-ring about right here on the threads, and yeah, it just works really well. As you can see, the whole pen is clear, and it has this kind of like pointy torpedo shape on the ends, and actually the whole pen is not hollow, as you can see, but it just looks really cool with these end pieces. So, and pretty much the whole pen is clear, even the inner cap. Pretty much the only thing that is opaque is the threads, as you can see there, and this metal band that says, if you can see that, you probably can't. Wants to focus on me. Well, it says Moonman. Yeah, but it's just this red, it's a red metal band that runs along it. And here, maybe I can get it to focus. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Okay. But it's just basically a red metal band that runs around it. And it's a thread cap, as you can probably draw from it. And it has a number 5 size nib, I believe. I'm not sure if it's gold plated, but it looks gold plated. I know it's not a gold nib, but it's an unbranded nib. I know you can't see it, it's just going to focus on me, but it says Iridium Point Fine. It doesn't have a brand, doesn't have Moonman on there because it's just a generic unbranded nib. As I said, it's an eyedropper pen. It comes with a case, which is very similar to my Twisby Eco case, which, as I said, I don't have anymore because it's in my pocket somewhere at school, I believe. It's very similar to the Twisby Eco case. It has foam, and then it has like a velvety something on top of it. It comes with, the case holds the pen, obviously, right like that. Here, I'll go ahead and pop it in there. Case holds the pen, and it also comes with an eyedropper, a glass eyedropper. It's very nice. This is actually my first eyedropper pen, so it comes with a glass. You can hear that. Comes with the glass eyedropper, and it's really easy to use. You know, obviously, just squeeze it, put it in your inkwell, draw up ink. Right now, I have Pelikan Royal Blue in here. I know there's a German name in that ink, but I can't pronounce it, so I'm not going to try to. And one of the things that I love about this pen, and one of the things that draw me to it, is the way that the pen looks when you have it filled with ink. I know that I have it filled with royal blue right now, which, you know, isn't the best color for a demonstrator, but still, even if you had like black ink, it would still look really cool. And I think that it's really cool to have that ink sloshing around in there. And yeah, but great quality pen for the price. The whole thing's made out of acrylic, I believe, or clear plastic. And, well, obviously, except this little metal band right here. And I haven't tried it because I don't have a standard international converter here with me. But I've heard two different things. I've heard that if you don't like eyedroppers, but you still like the look of the pen, you can put a converter in here and it'll work fine. But I've also heard that it doesn't work. So I know that Moonman has changed the design, not the design, but some of the things about this pen before. So they might have added converter, they might have taken it away. I don't know why they've taken it away, but yeah, I'm just the messenger, I'm not sure. So back to the pen. As I said, the whole thing is clear. As you can see there, you can see the feed, the entire feed, and the grip section. And there's the end, obviously. And it holds a good amount of ink. I'm not exactly sure, but it holds a load of ink. I mean, that says something. It holds more than my TWSBI Eco, because obviously my TWSBI Eco is a piston. This is an eyedropper pen. And I've had this for about a week, and I have not experienced any leaks. I will say that, like, when I have it in my pocket, because I carry this in my pocket, and I carry it zipped up so it doesn't fall out like my other ones did. But what I found is, like, for example, when I got home today from school, there was ink in the cap. And I think that's just from being jostled around. And I think that every pen does that, but I think that what sets this apart is you can see it. So when I got home, I took paper towels and I cleaned the ink out of the cap. But other than that, like, ink doesn't stain on the cap or anything. You wouldn't expect that, but I'm just saying. The nib is very smooth. Obviously, I'm no expert on fountain pens. I just like to use them. The nib is very smooth. You'll see that in the writing demo. But as I said, on Amazon, you can get this pen for $20, and that comes with the pen. It comes with a very nice case made of like slightly opaque resin or acrylic, and a glass eyedropper, not like a disposable plastic one, a glass eyedropper. Now, I know that some people like ink syringes, but I only have this that came with the pen, and it works fine. So, and everything fits nicely in mine, at least. The nib sizes on this pen, for example, I have a fine on mine. You can't really see it, but on the nib it says iridium point, fine. Well, F stands for fine. There will be other pens that has EF, extra fine. This pen also comes in an extra fine nib. And as of now, I don't think it comes in any other nib sizes. Sorry about my hair, guys. Just came home from school and I didn't do it this morning. I don't think it comes in any other nib sizes than that. But the fine, personally, for a fine, is really smooth. Smoother than my Pilot Metropolitan was. That was a while ago, but smoother than that pen. It does post, but I wouldn't recommend it. Well, if you need to post it, it's fine. But since this is clear plastic and it's acrylic, it and it's very smooth, it scratches easily. So, I mean, I think that tiny scratches are okay, but if you're someone who likes to have your pens in perfect condition, you should keep that in mind, because I've had this for, as I said, about a week, and there's already like a ton of little scratches. Not very noticeable, but they're there. Something to take into consideration. Threads on the cap are smooth. I mean, you can definitely hear them. You probably can't hear it. You probably can't hear that, but you can hear them. So they probably weren't as polished as much as the ones that are inside the barrel. Which the ones that are inside the barrel are very smooth, so that's a plus. But I'm sorry if I'm getting off track, but obviously I'm not the best. I don't plan my videos. I just let it roll. But for the price, $20. As I said, you get the case, you get the glass eyedropper, and you get the pen. Eyedropper pen. It might be cartridge converter as well. I'm not sure. And you get the looks. I mean, this thing looks amazing. All for $20, which when you compare that to other pens, like for example the TWSBI pens, they come with a case. Actually, my TWSBI case was smaller than this, and double the price. Like my TWSBI Eco was $40, double the price of this. So this was $19.99 on Amazon. I know you can get it for $15 on eBay, and probably even lower on some of the sites, but I get mine from Amazon. I got mine from Amazon. So, but yeah, I have not experienced burping because personally I don't take long notes with my pen because I don't have a need to. So, but I've heard that with eyedroppers it is there. Once you write with this thing for a while, your hand will heat up the ink, and since there's a lot more air in there, since it's not like a converter pen where you can just unscrew the barrel and then just twist it to get all the air out, you're gonna have you might have some issues with that, but it's not a big deal. You just have to wipe off the nib. So, yeah. But we will be doing a writing sample right now for the Moonman M2, and I'll see you guys there. Now for a writing sample, we have the Moonman M2 here, and let's do a little writing. So we're gonna have the Moonman M2, and the ink I'm using today is Pelikan Royal Blue, and let's do the fox thing. And as you can see, the pen writes really smoothly. I have it in the fine here. There's also an extra fine. I believe at the moment that is the only nib sizes. And we'll do a couple loops here. As you can see, the feed keeps up. You can draw lines. I know that some pens have a problem with that, especially when you draw lines, they will skip, most likely. But this one, it's a really good writer. I believe it has a number 5 nib. So as you can see the nib there. And, yeah, see that? F, fine. And, yeah. So, overall, it's a great writer. If you do have it like at an angle like this, you will experience skipping, but that's with any pin, so you should expect that. So as long as you hold it right and write with it right, it writes like a dream. So yeah, that was the writing sample. Alright, so that was the review of the Moonman. As I said, sorry, my camera is shaking. Of the Moonman M2 eyedropper fountain pen. As I said before the writing sample, great pen for the price. I highly recommend it to anyone who... I think you should at least have one fountain pen. Well, have some prior fountain pen experience. I think that if you're gonna, you shouldn't go directly to an eyedropper because there's sometimes a lot of work and there's that possible risk of leaking. So yeah. I forgot to mention that this pen has no pocket clip, so it will roll on the table. And when you take the cap off, if you're someone that doesn't post it or doesn't like to post, I would put it like this on the table, not like that, like that, not like that, like that. So, and it will ride deep in your pocket. If you like pocket clips, then this might not be for you. But yeah, that was my review of the Moonman M2. This has been the first video, maybe of 2019, because I haven't been here for several months, but hopefully I'll be posting weekly. This was the video for this week, so goodbye.